Well, they didn't have much to go on.
What was your wife's feelings about that?
Well, angry, I suppose.
Angry?
Oh, we all wanted the man caught.
Yes, of course. You're both very protective toward your daughter.
Oh, same as any parent would feel under the circumstances.
From what you've told me, Mr. Roberts, even if the police had arrested this man, there may not have been enough evidence to stand up in court.
That's right.
And that would have made matters worse. To know the man that had raped your daughter could have walked out of that courtroom scot-free.
Now, look, I know what you're getting at, but it won't work. Of course, we were angry, very angry. But we didn't want Sarah to go to court. We even considered dropping the whole thing.
Whichever way you look at it, Mr. Roberts, there's a reasonable case against your wife.
I'm not following you.
Firstly, she was angry. Now, that's an understandable reaction, I grant you. Secondly, she wanted to see this man pay for what he did to your daughter. Again, a normal reaction. But to have Sarah go to court, to have her face the trauma of having to relive her experiences all over again, and then to know that this man could get off. Well, how much better to kill the suspect? That way, she has her revenge, and Sarah doesn't have to testify in court.
Oh, now, just hold it right there. I know, Catherine. We've been married for 15 years. To even suggest that she would deliberately set out to kill Bert Warren, well, that's just not on.
They're the possibilities we'll have to face in court, Mr. Roberts.
No way. I'm not going to do it, Frankie.
Use your head, Doreen. It's the only chance we got.
A bank? When was the last time you were in one, huh? There's cameras and alarms
Look,
and all
you said
sorts of
yourself
things.
you want to get out of Melbourne. You've got to have money to do that.
Yeah, but I'm not holding up a bank.
Look, will you listen to me for a minute? It'd set us up for life. We could get a little place in the country. Gazza and me was always going to do that.
Yeah, but your brother wasn't going to rob a bank. It's dangerous.
It'll be a cinch. All you got to do is check it out, wait for the right time.
Yeah, but you were put inside for doing a dumb job like this.
This'll be different. I've learned a lot since then. I'll look after you, Doreen.
Oh, yeah. Like the last time. Well, your girlfriend copped it, didn't she? She's dead. Well, there's no way I'm going to wind up dead. Rather turn myself in.
If that's the way you feel, why don't you?
Come on, Frankie. We could think of something else. A petrol station or a shop, maybe.
Yeah, we hang around Melbourne much longer, we're going to get caught. And I'm not going back inside. Do the job on my own.
Oh, you can't, Frankie.
Then give us a hand.
No way!
Oh, hi, Greg. Well, hello, Mr. Wilson.
Miss Vernon?
Look, Greg, I'm sorry about that dinner we organised, but it's going to have to wait a while if that's okay.
I'm easy.
I'm finally moving out of that revolting bed sit. Meg's let me move in with her. It'll take a while to get organised.
Well, let me know if there's anything I can do.
Don't worry, I will.
You wish to see one of the prisoners?
Yes, I'm representing a Mrs. Catherine Roberts.
Oh, well, she's showering at the moment. Would you like to wait in the interview room?
All right, fine.
My, you're keeping yourself busy. Don't tell me you've forgotten about Lynn Warner, or don't charity cases get the same attention?
As far as I'm concerned, Miss Vernon, none of my clients has ever had any cause to complain. Have any of yours?
Shut up, Sal. Hi.
Oh, hi.
How you feeling?
All right, thanks.
When's your trial?
In about a week, Miss Vernon arranged a lawyer for me, Mr. Wilson. She reckons he's pretty good.
Steve Wilson?
Mm-hmm. Do you know him?
Yes, he's representing me, too.
Oh, really?
Excuse me, but that's my deodorant you're using.
Oh, so what?
Well, I wouldn't have minded you using it if only you'd asked.
Oh, bug off.
I'd leave it if I were you. But she's got no right.
Leave it. You're new here. You don't understand.
I understand bad manners.
How long did you get?
I'm only here on remand. My husband's organising bail.
Aren't she the lucky one? Mrs. Roberts, your lawyer wants to see you.
Did you see her at breakfast?
Mm-hmm. Bit of a lady, isn't she?
Wonder what she's in for.
Oh, probably something like shoplifting. At least she's got enough money to get out on bail.
Couldn't your parents arrange bail for you, Lynn?
It was too much.
I didn't even ask for it.
Oh, thank you. Hello, Mrs. Roberts. My name's Stephen Wilson. Your husband's asked me to represent you.
Where is Ken?
Oh, he'll be along later. I just wanted to have a word with you privately.
And Sarah?
Yes, she's fine.
When do I get out of here?
This afternoon. Please, won't you sit down? Now, Mrs. Roberts, your trial is in 5 days' time, so it doesn't leave me very much time. I hope you'll bear with me if I have to ask you a few difficult questions.
But I told the police everything.
Yes, well, mine may be just a little different. Now, you will let me know if I leave anything out, all right? Good. Now, yesterday, Sarah went to the shop. She said that she saw the man who'd raped her, and she rang you. You said you'd ring the police and that she was to stay where she was with the shopkeeper, Mrs. Heath.
Yes.
Then you got into your car and you drove how far?
About a quarter of a mile.
A quarter of a mile. You then saw the man walking across the street from the shop, and you ran him down, correct?
Yes.
What were you thinking about when you were in the car, before you saw him?
Thinking?
Yes, were you angry, fearful, panic-stricken, calm, or were you thinking then about killing him?
No, of course not. Well, I suppose I was scared for Sarah. I just wanted to get to her quickly. I was thinking of her.
But what about when you actually saw him, the man that you were told had raped Sarah?
Oh, I hated him. I just wanted to see him.
Dead?
Oh, I don't remember. I just know that I hated him.
Did you know at the time who the man was? You didn't know that his name was Warren and that he worked for your husband?
Not until later.
Isn't it possible, Mrs. Roberts, that Sarah had seen Mr. Warren before? At your husband's office, outside, or somewhere?
I'd never seen him before.
Yes, but what about Sarah?
It's possible. What are you getting at?
That Sarah could have seen Mr. Warren before. That after the shock of what had happened to her, she imagined that Mr. Warren was the man who'd raped her. It's quite possible, Mrs. Roberts, that you killed the wrong man. An innocent man.
Mary Bentley.
I bet that Screw just loves reading our mail.
Francis Taylor.
Hope you had a good perv.
I don't care. This is the first time I've ever got any mail.
Lynn Warner. Karen Travers.
It's from Dad. Miss Vernon must have written to him like she said she would. What's wrong?
Betty.
Oh, it looks like a child's writing.
Oh, it might just be from one of the kids you used to teach. Have a look.
Ah, I'd like to see you for a minute, Lynn.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Wilson, have you heard anything yet?
I'll get back to you, Mrs. Travers.
Darling, how are you?
Oh, missed you.
Oh, and I missed you too. I thought about you all last night. Oh, let me look at you.
Anyone would think you hadn't seen each other for weeks. Hello.
Hello, it feels like weeks.
I told Sarah I'd be picking up later this afternoon, but she couldn't wait. Wanted to see you now.
Dad and I went to a lawyer this morning, Mum.
I know, I've seen him. You shouldn't have taken her, Ken.
I couldn't very well leave her at home.
I wanted to go, Mum.
I'm sorry, I'm a bit edgy, that's all.
Is everything all right?
Just want to get out of here. Sarah, that man, are you absolutely certain that he was the one?
Catherine, I think...
I've got to know this, Ken. I've been going out of my mind. Now, Sarah, this is